What's up, everyone? Tom C here again for another informative video. A lot of things going on. I've been watching some other videos and reading certain things, and so here's a topic. Trump, a couple of weeks ago, he sent the National Guard and I believe some Marines to Washington, D.C. to help with the major crime situation that plagues our nation's capital. Now, in addition to our nation's capital, we have big cities across our nation that are just plagued with crime. We have some smaller cities too that are plagued with crime as well. But I'm going to talk about the big cities for right now. So, the military went to Washington, D.C. by order of the president, and well, people are saying nothing but positive things about it. Well, what do I mean by positive? Meaning that crime is down a tremendous number, something like 75% approximately. All crime is down tremendously. Well, of course, you have other, I guess we can call them members of law enforcement, even though that they're the military, they're there for a law enforcement reason. Yet, it's become a safe city, overnight or over the course of a week? Restaurants, I heard, were doing business again, doing good business, and people were coming out and enjoying whatever nightlife DC has. I've been to DC twice. I didn't enjoy the nightlife. We just did, the government buildings tour or whatever, But, so, here's my question for the residents of the other major cities. Trump keeps saying that he's going to send them to Chicago. I believe yesterday he basically confirmed that the U.S. military, National Guard, whatever you want to call them, it's all the military. The U.S. military is going to be going to Chicago to straighten out that massive crime situation. I think they had about 50 shootings this past Labor Day weekend, and I don't want to hear it was a 3-day weekend. Okay? You could save that for somebody else. But, so I think they're going to be going to Chicago too. Here's the big question, not only for the Chicago residents, but for all the other residents that live in our big cities in the United States of America. Y'all see that Trump sent the military to Washington, D.C. And he said he'll send them wherever he feels he needs to. Obviously, Chicago's in the crosshairs next. But the governor of Maryland invited them, said, yo, come to Baltimore. We got a major problem in Baltimore. Come straighten it out. So my question is, how come all the residents of the other big cities aren't seeing what's going on in D.C. and, I don't know, behaving themselves? I don't know. Apparently people don't realize it's going to happen in your city as well. And people can't see that, right? They can't tell that far into the future. It's only obvious to me. It's just obvious. The U.S. military is coming to your city. Chicago, maybe Philly. I bet you definitely New York, and I bet you definitely Los Angeles. And who knows? It could be up in Portland. Portland, I hear, has got major problems. And it's too bad. But that's my main question, is how come people don't see it? And why don't they say, you know what? We don't want the military here. We have enough problems. Maybe, refrain from crime. I don't know. Because if they took their crime numbers and if their crime numbers actually got improved, maybe they wouldn't be in the president's crosshairs. You tell me. I don't know. I don't know everything. But I don't know. The big cities are in for a real surprise. because they're not going to behave themselves. And I think most people in the cities that live in the cities want a safe city to live in. You know, you got your bad apples in every bunch. And but what do you think? What cities do you think the military is going to go to? And why do you think the residents of these big cities can't see what will obviously happen if the crime in their cities doesn't improve? So let me know in the comments. I'd love an answer for that, because I technically don't have an answer. So make sure you drop in the comments, give us a like if you feel like it, and y'all have a nice day. Until next time, adios.